So you were asking me like with Israel. So I don't think that it is what many people think it is. We are narrative creatures. The narrative often can take hold because we make sense of the world through these stories. But I'm not sure that it's what we think it is. And that would just be an example of many other industries. I think there's a lot of wealthy business people. So, all right, look, so for example, where does power really come from in America? Looking back to World War II, it was the Ivy League colleges. There was no CIA. And the amount of power at these universities, the senators would send their sons. So in the lead up to the year before Pearl Harbor, which I know you had some theories on Pearl Harbor, Roosevelt's godson was president of the student body. And I found the story in the Harvard archive when I was doing my thesis just about this time period to make a movie, to tell a story about it. He was rooming at one time with John F. Kennedy. His older brother, Joe Kennedy, was supposed to be the president, got killed in the war. Their dad, Joe Kennedy, Irish originally, but his ancestry came over, made money through organized crime, like we were talking about, and investments. He was able to get his money out right before the crash, so that blew him up. No Jewish anything to be seen. They were very concerned about Jews at Harvard. There was what we're going to use the word anti-Semitism for a minute. Just there was what people today are calling anti-Semitism. Looking back at this, and this is largely unknown, but there was a cap put on how many Jewish people could even enroll at Harvard. There was no women at Harvard. They were going to Radcliffe. The war changed all of that out of necessity because it essentially transformed to, we don't care what your religion is, what your gender is. Can you contribute? Can you help make this bomb, whatever it is we're doing? And that really changed the landscape like overnight once Pearl Harbor hit. But as I was examining this framework, you've got these secret societies that the finals clubs, these networks between the three major Ivy Leagues, okay, Yale, Princeton, and Harvard. And there was no CIA, so they started to fill in that space. And the CIA was formed after the end of the war. They realized we need this kind of gentleman spy. They come from well-bred families. They're wealthy, charismatic, educated, and they started recruiting them. But I do think it all ties together. And then we see Epstein investing at Harvard. He was teaching at a school near where I live in Massachusetts, where students go for high school from the same families, and then they go to Harvard. I think you are spot on that there is a network of extremely powerful individuals in this country. I'm just a little skeptical about it's controlled by Jews.